he's getting it now.
Hey everyone, welcome to Metal Customs. Today, back on the 1970 Torino convertible project. For those of y'all that seen the last video, you know about where we were. For those of y'all that haven't, go back and watch it, then you'll know where we were. Like I said, last video, customer came by. He's going to get 2 new fenders. Now, as far as the rust and quarter panels, I'm going to have to hand make them and fix the doors and the rest of the stuff, which I got no problem with. He did bring the valances and the hood. I'm fixing to show you the hood. It's really, really cool. And then we're going to dig in to our rust repair right off the bat. Let me show you what we got. All right, off camera this morning, went in and got that apron welded in there. He got that, he got new hinges, and he's got the new battery box assembly. So we're good on that. Bam. Done. Fantastic. And all of our stuff has come in, as far as our fillers, fiberglass, icing, and most important, our epoxy sealer. And this hood. Got to show y'all this cool looking hood. Check that out. I'm hoping that it doesn't have many issues. I see some filler there, maybe rust, and there's a rust hole there, but whatever it is, I have to fix this hood. And like I say, I got no problem with that. Yeah, that's just a cool hood. Check that thing out. But yeah, he says you can't really find the lower quarter replacement pieces for these. Convertibles are just a lot different from the standard hardtops, y'all. But we'll make all of that. Y'all seen me do that before, but I will show some of it. But next, I think what I'm going to tackle right now is this rusty stuff. We're going to get all that cut out, and then I'll show y'all how I make that and get it welded back in. Now, this will be, that's a separate piece here. It goes under there. Then that's a separate piece that comes over the top. It does appear. So yeah, it'll be a couple of pieces. We'll see how it comes out. I like making stuff in one piece when I can. Just smoother and less welding. It looks a lot better. And you know, you do have that windshield that's got to go in here and seal up and all that business. So we got to get it right. The first things first, let's get it cut out, and then we'll go to making some pieces. Sorry guys, I was going to film making that piece, but or them 3 pieces. And honestly, I just I got into my work and forgot all about turning the camera on. But I will show y'all. It was 1 piece, and of course this one here, and then the inside piece. Now I MIG welded everything except for here, here, and here. I did grab my spot welder, because this piece and this piece are welded together. This one goes up under it about right here. And I did put that 90-degree, y'all see it down in there, down in there. Yeah, there's a little bracket, I reckon you'd call it. It just helps support it because it does not come to the end. But yeah, I think that right there is cool. And like I say, you know, the windshield goes over it, rubber, the windshield, all that stuff, the dash, you really won't ever see it. But I wanted to do a good job anyway, get it nice and straight where it's supposed to be. And that way everything will fit and the you know, window won't leak when they install it. That's always a good thing. But yeah, it's about the end of day. But we need to get us a plan for tomorrow. I think tomorrow we may tackle these vents. And he said he's not going to be using the vents in his car for me to just block them off. So that's what we'll do. Yeah, we'll get into that tomorrow. All right, I decided that I did not feel like crawling up under that dash this morning. So what I'm going to do is go to the rear of the car and get all of this rushed, get all of this cut out, and hopefully I'll remember to turn the camera back on and show y'all how we make these pieces here. So let's get in here and get started and see what we can get cut out. Pretty much the whole length of this thing needs to be cut out. So, see how our battery and our wheel holds up and get to cutting. Yeah, that's a lot of prep work, ain't it, guys? But that's what you got to do. And you see me use just about every device there was to get that all cleaned up and get it ready. But, like I say, that's what you got to do. Now I just put the coat of the weld-through primer on there because it's getting close to lunchtime. So I can let this dry while I'm having lunch. And then we'll come back out and we'll start making these. Yes, that's a space. I've got a little clamp that holds that all where it's supposed to be. And I've already measured it out, so I'll get it back where it needs to be. But let's let the weld-through primer dry. And like I say, eat us about lunch. Then we'll get to fabricating. Alright guys, it's after lunch. All of that's dry. So now what we're going to do is make our pieces. I think the way I'm going to do this is just tell y'all what I'm going to do, and then we'll throw in some cool music where y'all can march along and jam, and I'll just do it. I'm measuring these 2 inches. That's going to give me plenty enough room the way I want it to go in there. So first thing we're going to do, of course, is cut, and after we cut, we'll take it over and start making our bends. We'll get our measurements and things like that. But I will show y'all how to do it while you get to listen to some cool music. Let's rock. one made. It's sitting in there and it's looking really well. Now what I've done, I made this lip go underneath, as you can tell. And that's just going to give this lip some added strength. We'll get a couple of welds, zip welds down in there. We'll get a nice continuous weld across here that'll be ground down and smoothed out. Then we'll get through, of course, just run a seam sealer down through there. It looks like I'm going to have to do this about 3 more times to get across there and then get these weird little end pieces made. Yeah, this stuff ain't easy, but we will get it done. Let me go ahead and run some weld on this one and try to get it tied up. And there's what it looks like, welded in and ground down. The way I do it, guys, get it all welded in there, take the big grinder to it and get everything off there. Then I'll take this little sander right here and dress it up. So after we get all of these pieces in, we'll take that little sander, run back across it, dress it up really good. And then we'll take us a thin layer of fiberglass and run over that and get her all smoothed out. Because, I mean, you will see that when the trunk's open. This down in here, you will not. Like I say, you have to just get some seam sealer, run down through there, and it'll be fine. But this is going to be perfect. But yeah, that's what it's looking like. Well, end of the day today, I'll come back out here in the morning. Let me make, probably like I say, 2 more pieces like that. And then these weird end pieces. And then we'll get her all cleaned up, ground down. Then we'll put a fiberglass in there. And I'll show you how we do that. And you'll get to see how to replace a rusted out panel like this. Alright guys, yeah, I know it's loud in here, sorry. Everybody's working. But I've got all that metal done and my fiberglass. So I'm going to let that dry for a while before I go to sanding on it. Now I think I'm going to start getting some of those other rusty spots. Yeah, I still haven't got under there, but I will. So I'm going to go ahead and get this here rust cut out and make me a piece for that. Got that cut out. I actually had to cut 2 pieces. Some of this inner fender well here was, as you can see, it was rusty. So I have to make 2 pieces for that. But no big deal. Now let me get to making. Alright y'all, sorry about the background noise. Everybody in here is busy. Not only have I got Michael working over there, his son needed work, so I got him sanding as well. But I'm working on the quarters of this, and here's another one of them things where you get a surprise. Just gonna cut that piece of metal out and replace it, of course, because of the rust. Wow, yeah, look at all that Bondo. And here's something that pisses me off when people do this. They put a inner in this fender well, okay? You can see it, it's nice and solid. But they never cut the old rusty one out. And all that's going to do is make rust happen in there. So we got to try to get this old piece here chunked out and get it out of there. And then go into the wheel well. Yeah, look at that. Somebody just piled filler inside that wheel well. That's terrible. Yeah, but went ahead and took tires off of it. So we're going to have to get in there and do some cutting as well and get new metal in that. Yeah, I mean this, like the gentleman told me, he's not taking this thing to SEMA or nothing. You know, try to keep the cost down as much as possible, but do it right. And something like this, guys, you just can't bypass. I mean, that's just going to be a water and a rust builder forever unless I get it out of there. So, I'll crank up the death wheel again. We're just going to run across probably about right here, like so, and get all that cut out of there. And try to get some of this old metal. I don't know why people don't cut the old metal out. That's aggravating. Just a small piece back here. But yeah, we'll get it, but I just wanted to show you all that so you know what's going on. Got all of that cut out. Y'all see all that. Bondo down there and the way this was. Yeah. What a mess. But we got it cut out, and I got that inner bad skin cut out of there too. It's going to be fun to make that section. Oh, also got this sanded, and I got, trying to stretch so y'all can see, got my icing up there, so I should be able to hand sand that, and that should be ready to rock. As well as this across here. I got that all straightened out. We're going to have to put a little bit of filler here. This wrinkly spot, and there was a big dent here. Just a little bit, just to perfect it up some. Well, there's a dent there too, so it is what it is, right? But I'm going to let this stuff be and get back over here and see if I can make these pieces and get them welded in. Well now, I got these two panels welded in. And guys, panels like this, I get to the inside, I weld the inside and I weld the outside. Then of course ground the outside down. Try to get them in there solid as I can. I was just comparing my work to, there's a big shop probably about 30 minutes away from me. I've done some work on a car behind me, and he just got through sanding all this out, and you see how they did their panels. Hopefully y'all can see that okay. See how wrinkly and denty that is? And the welds are just skipping here and there, and this thing was full of Bondo. I don't like doing that. No, I don't. I mean, you know, you put in a weld like this right here in a patch panel, and yeah, you're going to have to put some filler in it. I'll use fiberglass and then a light coat of Bondo over that. Y'all know how I do it. But it shouldn't take much at all to finish your area off if you have, of course, some of these lucky people, if you get patch panels, they fit perfect. But like on most stuff I get, I got to make everything. But if you look down through there, that panel looks pretty good. Not a whole lot of wave or big dents or anything like that over there. But I went to this other side, started cutting it, and we got the same thing, Bondo up in here. Yep, it's Bondoed a bunch of rust stuff, it appears. We'll try to chunk all that out, but I think that's what they done. Yeah, that's what they done. So now we got to cut that chunk out and make it in order for it to be right. On the rear of this one is just a little bitty spot. Yeah, nothing to really break the bank about, but it was rust holes. But yeah, let me get this center cut out, and I'll just basically do like I did the other side and get this side all sewed up. And then I have the rear quarters done. Front here, got it cut out. Unfortunately, we got some rust on this inner piece here. What I'll probably do is just cut that rusty part out. Just make that inner and welder in there. Then I'll make my outer. And that'll take care of that. Alright, well so far so good. I got these roughed in. I could of course do some grinding on them. Got that, and I got that inner. Had to put a piece on the bottom of that one as well. And like I say guys, I weld these on the outside. And how good y'all can see down through there. I weld them on the inside. Yep, you can still see little pinholes down through there. We'll get that all on the outside when we get it ground down. But yeah, I mean, little car's coming along really well. Went over it. There was like a decent dent here. Got it beat out. Big dent here. Got it except for a little crease. Worked this right here some. It was pretty rough. Where else? Oh yeah, I've done some on this other side. One of them things you just didn't even notice it. There was a monster dent here. And I worked it out the best I could. I mean, minimum filler, that's where we're headed. You see all the little red circles. And we're going through trying to find all the dents and stuff. Now while I'm doing all of that, Mike's been over here, and the outside of the doors are sanded, of course. Now, we've got to get all the inside strip and stuff like that, and there is some repair work that we're going to have to do on them. As you can tell, and on around that corner, there is some rust, but we'll get that repaired. No stress on that. But, as usual, we're out of time for this week, but I gotta say, we did get a lot of good work done. So, we're gonna wrap this one up for this week. Print and edit, as they say, and get this thing uploaded where y'all can watch it and enjoy it. I'm actually having fun working on this car. Y'all know me, I love doing metal work. Love making parts and pieces and whatnot, getting them fitting there just right, getting them worked out. Enjoy the welding, don't like the grinding, that's life. But the rest of it, no stress whatsoever. This little car is going to turn out looking super, super nice. And when we put that paint on there, wow, this thing should really pop. I want to look straight down through that thing and not see no ripples or issues. We'll get into that later on. I'll show you how I achieved that. But for now, like I say, we're going to call it. So hopefully y'all enjoyed the video. I know I enjoyed making it. If you would, throw us down some comments. Hit us up on Patreon and or that super thanks. And please like, share, and subscribe. Again, appreciate it much. Till the next one, we hope that everyone has a fantastic day.